Oh, that's right. Dennis Miller was in Bordello of Blood.
Yep, I remember that.
Wait. Oh no. Okay. Go back into the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll get you out of there. I'll get you to the next second. I can remember this. I've done this. I can.
That's why Rich only plays FTL on easy. Are you nuts?
What?
Someone in the chat said I only play FTL on easy.
You've played it. You've never played it on easy in stream.
I beat it on stream on normal.
Yeah. Get out of here. I play on easy. Jack plays FTL on easy. Because
I don't know where I'm going, Chad. I've never played this fucking game.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you where to go.
How long till Rich mentions that JRPG sucks? Well, you just got here, didn't you? And they do suck, and this battle system sucks.
I'll get you out of there. Okay, head... Where the heck are you? Oh, head back right.
Right? Okay.
Hey! A fucking Pikachu! Look at that shit! Scratch the shit out of that Pikachu! Oh, fuck yeah! Gonna catch a motherfucking Pikachu! Nope.
Really?
Huh? You're too powerful. You're too strong. Oh, and you got static, but so you're paralyzed.
Well, that doesn't matter, does it?
Yep. That sticks with you until you remove it. So, head right. Weedle. You can play FTL. That's a little bit different. Patis is explaining his that's why you only play FTL on easy statement. Mm-hmm. Is he was saying that that was a bit of a joke statement because you don't play it on easy. Okay. You make it more difficult for yourself.
That's making it more difficult for myself. That's a harder difficulty.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's not exactly the same. Oh, okay, yeah, go right here.
Okay.
Go right and up. So no, that's not exactly the same. And Rich, doesn't know the full extent of the game yet, and I don't want to give too much away. Because he is right. The game is not encouraging him to switch up his Pokemon.
Yeah. Which way am I going, Jack?
Up. And you don't have to be in the tall grass. Pokemon only come out in the tall grass.
Grind.
Huh?
Gotta grind.
Oh, if you say so. Mr. PewDiePants, no. Mr. PewDiePants says, Jack and Rich, I swear I sensed a whiff of some passive-aggressive hostility towards you two from Mike and Jay in that Pixels review. And I'm not just talking about the acting. Am I crazy, or are they getting a bit cunty towards you two?
Welcome to my life.
The answer is, of course, no. We had just seen Pixels. I don't know if you watched that review, but take a look at all four of us. Do you see how miserable we are? It's because we just saw Pixels, the worst movie I've seen in a long, long time.
It might seem that way. I honestly did not have much to say about Pixels. What do you say?
That's the thing.
What do you say? Adam Sandler sucks. Yeah.
Adam Sandler sucks. The movie sucked. It had no direction. It had no nothing. So no, that was just because we were in a foul mood from having watched Pixels, and we saw a late showing and then shot that review after the late showing.
Gobbledygook says, Rich, to truly enjoy this game, you need to play it in the quiet comfort of a law office receptionist area while your mother files for divorce. I'm You know what? I'm going to give you an imaginary high five. You ready for it? Here you go. High five. All right, up. Just keep going up.
Yeah, you're on your way out. Or not.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You go down and then around.
Oh, my God.
There you go. Now left. Now up. Yeah, you're on your way out. That's the thing, Chaos, is, like, I know there's a ton of hate for Pixels right now, but kind of our collective hate was spent after Jack and Jill. And it's just like, at this point, it is just sad to watch Adam Sandler attempt to make his movies.
Mike and Jay's point. It was just sad.
It was just sad.
It was just sad.
There's no hate left in us anymore. Which is, if some people are finding their hate with Pixels, I think that's great. But for us, it was just tiresome. It was tiresome because all of the standard movie tropes were there and they were done so poorly. That was my main takeaway from the movie was everything there was everything there to make a standard movie, to make Independence Day with video game monsters, but they even fucked up something that simple because they didn't care. No, and Adam Sandler doesn't care. He's still making money. As long as he's still making money, he won't care. And when he stops making money, I think he'll stop making movies. I really think that's what'll happen. Pixels did not do well at the box office, but it probably made its money back because they don't put much money into them. But whatever. You know what? I have not seen any of the past 2 Mission Impossible movies. So, no, I'm not excited to see the new one. I kind of gave up caring after Mission Impossible 2. After Mission Impossible 2, a.k.a. everyone has one of those rubber masks.
Yeah.
Remember like how fun the rubber mask gag was at the end of Mission Impossible 1?
I don't. I don't remember anything about Mission Impossible 1, honestly.
It was a big thing where like they used the rubber mask thing once at the beginning, and then at the end it was a surprise, the rubber mask gag. And then Mission Impossible 2, like 8 people ripped off the rubber masks.
Series I don't pay much attention to because
Sure.
I don't like
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise thing.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. Wait, before you do anything else, or don't wait. That's fine.
Well, I'm going to kill him in one hit.
Okay. So like any RPG,
Yeah.
You have PP as well as HP, move points.
Okay.
And right now, I think you only have 2 embers left.
Okay.
So
how do you replace those?
Either at a Pokemon Center or by using Ether.
Okay.
And I don't know if you have one in your bag. You might, but just a heads up.
Okay. I don't know. People tell me I would like Edge of Tomorrow, but Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah, Edge of Tomorrow.
That's what I'll probably end up seeing because the premise sounds neat.
You should see Edge of Tomorrow.
I know.
Oh, man, that's a really great movie. Edge of Tomorrow is not typical Tom... Or it is typical Tom Cruise. It's back to typical Tom Cruise. It says, Michael King says... where'd you go, Michael King? Did you say you watched Wet Hot American Summer? Where did that go? Did that go away in my chat? Sorry. Sorry, Michael King.
Say it again.
You watched Wet Hot after we talked about you should be watching Wet Hot? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? If you enjoy watching Tom Cruise die horribly, you'll love Edge of Tomorrow. Right? Did his message get... Oh, there it is. Oh, great. You enjoyed it. I'm glad. I'm glad that you liked it. Michael Ling. I don't know why your message is being deleted over and over again. But... Oh, he was copying and pasting the same thing over and over again. Sorry, and that happens sometimes when we don't see messages, but... Yes, try not to do that so often. But I'm glad you enjoyed it after we recommended it during the Batgirl stream. It's really it's the best.
I haven't seen that in a very long time.
What
I
happened?
saw it once, yeah.
Oh man, the new one's coming up. The prequel, the Netflix original prequel is coming up.
All right.
Hey, you got out of the forest. He posted way too much. Yes, sorry.
What, too much? What?
Oh, his message kept getting deleted because he was just copying it and pasting it over and over and over again. And if we don't see it right away, wait a couple minutes, try again. Don't
go nuts.
Don't spam the posts. That's mod privilege if they think you're posting the same thing over and over again. Sometimes it takes us a while to see it, but be patient with us. Be patient with us. Is Wet Hot like a cereal, a comedy show, a movie, or what? Wet Hot American Summer is a comedy movie. By
parodies like summer camp.
Yes, it parodies teen comedies, directed and written by the guys who did Stella and The State, David Wayne, Michael Showalter, Michael Ian Black. And it's one of the most wonderful comedies you'll ever see. It's absurdist comedy. And it does a very good job of subverting expectations, even when you know your expectations are going to be subverted. So get your hand, and I think it's on Netflix now because Netflix is doing Wet Hot American Summer prequel, The First Day of Camp. That comes out soon. So, man. Osmike says, Rich, thanks very much for introducing us to Darkman last night. It was awesome.
No fucking problem.
And that's right, Leftover Beefcake. You have to learn the art of timing your message to when Jack is reading the chat. That's true. I'm here, I'm talking to Rich. I look at Rich when I talk to him. I look at the game as he's playing it. Oh, Rich is at his first gym here. He's at his first gym now, and so wait till I'm reading other people's comments, then try to comment. There's a timing. There's an art to getting us to reply to you. No, it's okay to like Lost. Mustache player. Lost is a really great premise that they kind of flubbed up in the execution. Especially like season 1 of Lost is really good, and I contend that the pilot episode to Lost is some of the greatest television ever. That first episode is so fantastic. Setting up all the characters, setting up the mystery was great. But then the execution of that mystery really fell flat. So, no, it's okay to like it. And I even liked the ending, mostly because the ending concentrated on the characters, which I had grown to love. And it did a really shit job of wrapping up all of the mysteries that they set up. But, it concentrated on the characters, which is all I cared about.
I'm assuming fire doesn't work so well on sand.
Yeah, give it a try.
Nah.
I know Tiberius Kirk, and I talked to my brother about that, and he said it was okay. Oh, Sean of Noise says, Jack, love the podcast you were just on. I work for the same trivia company as Staple Genius. Oh, great. Yeah, he was fun to talk to. He reached out through Twitter and just said he wanted to talk to someone, and I said, I'll talk to anyone. Because I will. I'll talk to fucking anyone. Just sit down and talk to people. I don't give a fuck. Jack, I will subscribe for another month if you ate. Oh. Rich and I were talking about Darkman being a B movie. Here is my thought on the Darkman as a B movie is this. It could have teetered either way. It just so happens that the cast and crew went on to bigger blockbusters. And so I am convinced that Darkman is not a B movie, but it's shot in the style of a B movie. It wants to be a B movie, but it has a decent budget, so
the people involved went on to become more famous.
Yeah.
But it still had a decent budget and a summer release.
Yeah.
It's an A movie. It might not be the biggest A movie to ever have been released. It's not Star Wars, but it's an A movie.
I don't know if it was an A movie though. Because the question is,
I'm sure there were commercials on TV. I mean, it was a thing.
Was Liam Neeson an A actor at the time? Was their lead actor an A-list actor?
I think he was relatively unknown at that point.
Doesn't
matter.
Was the director...
How well was Mark Hamill known when they made Star Wars? Is Star Wars a B movie?
There could be an argument for Star Wars being a B movie.
That's a retarded notion, and I refuse to even contemplate it.
Okay, well, and also let's not throw false. Darkman did not do Star Wars money. Darkman, Star Wars probably had a bigger budget than Darkman. And Darkman did not do Star Wars money. Darkman did not have A actors. It didn't have an A director. And if everyone involved would have went on to unobscurity, it would be considered a B movie. And it is only considered an A movie because everyone else went on to do bigger things. Is my final thought on that. It was definitely an homage to B movies. It was an homage to cheesy superhero movies. But I think technically it's an A movie, but I think there's an argument there for it being a B movie. Just because it's good, like B doesn't mean bad movie. There's a B movie and then there's a bad movie, right? Star Wars was a B movie that was good and surprised everyone when it became a hit. That's true. That's actually true. Ooh, that's a good question. Were there Darkman toys around the time of its release? Toys aren't...
It might not have been considered much of a kid's movie.
You've
seen Darkman. It's really not... He breaks somebody's fingers on camera. His face gets melted off. Not children's fare.
Right. I think the point is, I do think there is an argument for calling Darkman a B movie.
If you say so.
There is also an argument for it being an A movie. I'm split on this. I'm gonna teeter on the side of A movie because they all went on to bigger things. But there's a quality argument. Oh, there were toys. There were toys. Hold on. Wait. Were these toys out at the time? These look like new toys. These look like newer toys. Are we sure these were out during release? Or, are these now like the toys they make because it was a cult hit? Rich is doing shockingly well here, everyone.
Is it supposed to be a challenge?
Yeah, it's usually a challenge. This fight is usually a challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe it's because I leveled up 1.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
You leveled up 1.
Maybe you just hit the same button over and over again and focus on one guy to be as strong as possible, and that's how you win in a JRPG.
Maybe.
I think we learned something old today.
Rich is a natural here. Rich is a...
You know what? I think you guys try to make JRPG combat more complicated than it is. It's dumb and simplistic, and when you try to do fancy things, you just end up gimping yourself.
Oh. What do you mean Charmander shouldn't have Metal Claw?
He does. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Oh, you're evolving.
Is that a good thing?
This is what happens with your Pokemon.
Does he end up kind of starting over?
No, he keeps all the same stuff, and now he can learn new stuff, and he grows in levels. There's a tiny thing where if you can halt the evolution, and if he doesn't evolve, he can learn moves faster.
Okay.
But evolving, he can only learn certain moves at an evolved state. So there's a whole little thing that you can do. There's a little thing that you can do. Yeah, we're playing Fire Red. We're playing the Game Boy Advanced version.
Oh bother has evolved into why bother.
Yes, the real thing is everyone knows that this is not really evolution. What this is metamorphosis. As evolution.
What did I do?
Huh?
I don't know. I did something. I bought something. What did I buy?
Oh, you bought a ticket to the museum.
Oh. I don't care about that.
Yes, and if you...
Evolution is only a theory that works and is basically a fact.
Oh, yes, but in the game, like, this is not how evolution works. You don't magically, you nor your children magically suddenly turn into something new. What happens in this game is metamorphosis. They just call it evolution because that's a more exciting term, I guess.
Did you want to take over, Jack?
Rich is so bored. And I guess I got into it when I started playing, and so I'm leveling up all my different guys, and I'm strategizing my battles, and you're pressing a button. I never thought it would be that simple. No, you know what? Now I guess the real thing is just how far can you go by just using the one attack from the one Pokemon?
Well, I do try to. You use the most effective attack over and over and over and over again.
Right.
Is what you do.
Right.
So I'm not necessarily using the one attack, like something that burns.
Yeah.
Use the fire attack over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Right.
This is the rock thing. I'll use the metal attack over and 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 over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still not very complicated.
No, it's not very complicated. Oh, Sea of Noise, that's been the big question, is whether or not a 3D console version of this game would work, or if the charm is kind of in the handheld version. And I don't think Nintendo will ever make a 3D console version because these things sell handheld devices.
I think they haven't made a console one for good reason.
Yes. Because they sell Nintendo handheld devices, and they're going to keep selling Nintendo handheld devices till the end of time.
I have to fight a girl.
Alas.
Alas,
Janice. Oh, is Misty next? Great. That's great. I think we could probably get to one more gym tonight. We'll probably get to one more gym.
I should probably heal.
How the fuck do you guys not break character when Mike does improv? Sometimes we do, and then we just take over again, or they cut our microphones. That happens sometimes.
Or if it's me, you just leave the laughing in.
By the way, did you see that in the episode? Like that improvised line that we kind of flubbed, and then we talked about how we were going to take it over again. Who edited the last half in the bag? Was that Mike or Jay?
I don't know. Which line?
Those fuckers left it in when you were just like, "Oh, the safe code is this," and I was going to let you finish.
Uh-huh.
The safe code is 34,
yeah.
And you're like, "Why didn't you stop me? You should have stopped me." And I said, "Oh no, I think it'd be funny if you just gave him the safe code," and we kind of all had a laugh. And then I said, "Okay, take it again," and you started over again, but they just kept all that in the fucking episode. Those dickheads.
Maybe I didn't. I don't remember that in the episode.
It's in the episode.
I'll have to rewatch it. I might have been doing something else while having it on. I don't know.
It said it was edited by Mike and Jay.
Well, someone did the sketch stuff, and then someone did the actual review. I forgot who did what.
Well, then Jay probably did the sketch stuff because that was his. It was
probably.
So then that was probably a Mike edit. So yeah, that was him fucking with us.
Which he's wont to do.
Yes, he loves making us look like dickheads, and so okay,
He loves making me look like a dickhead.
Yeah, and I think I'm getting
merciless with
strung in.
He left in when I glared at him after that one.
He not only left it in, Rich, he zoomed in on your face.
He zoomed in on my face.
I know. No, and it's all fine and funny. I have some issues with that episode because we talked for a good long time about that movie, and like I said, more so that it was just that one part where he made me look like a little bit of a dickhead, and I'm going to be fine with that. The for no reason for some reason was great. That was a great back and forth. I really like that. I thought that was a really great conversation. Who's the best improviser? It's Rich. Rich is the best improviser at RLM, easily.
No, that's a joke.
Easily. That is not a joke.
It's Mike. It's definitely Mike.
Well, Mike, I think Mike has lazy improv where he just starts.
He comes up with some funny fucking shit.
He comes up with some funny shit, but it's always nonsensical. I think you come up with the best bits on the spot.
Not necessarily when the camera's rolling. I'll come up with like an interesting bit, like either behind the camera or between takes. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I'm very good improvising on camera. Yeah, Don the Wilson, that was a rare thing. Those two crank calls, unbelievable luck. I'm going to blame that on luck
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to blame that on luck. Mike does yell. Yeah, Mike improvises by yelling and nonsense. It's two different styles.
He does some weird shit, like pick up the phone, call Obama. Like, that's not
Yeah, I
scripted.
suppose
He
that's
just picks up
pretty
the
funny.
phone and he has a conversation.
I suppose that's pretty funny. It's we got oranges and apples over here with styles of improv.
I will come up with a line or a bit between takes or off camera.
Yep. You know who you want in your writer's room? You want Rich Evans.
But not actually writing the script.
Not actually writing the script. No, you want him there feeding lines and pitching little ideas. He is an idea man, that Rich Evans. Hey, play Rocket League. Oh, Rocket League is right now.
What's the deal with Rocket League?
That's the car soccer game. Have you heard of that? I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
You get
that.
like a rocket car and you play soccer. It looks amazingly fun. And right now it is free for PS Plus members on PlayStation 4, which you are a PS Plus member, if you remember. So I just downloaded Rocket League for the PS4. So, hold on, put the stuff away.
But I've got to play XCOM for the 200th time.
Right?
That's got to happen.
So come Sunday, I'm either going to play that or what was the other game I just got? Yeah, you can add me on PSN. I'm Jack Packard, I think is my name. I don't know if there's any underscores or not. I just got that. Whoa, what was the other game? I just got another game that looked very interesting that I'm very interested in playing. And I've already forgotten what it was called because I'm a horrible person who forgets everything. Now I need to remember. I need something to remind me. Like The Swindle. Have you heard of The Swindle?
No.
Looks like a very interesting, in-depth game. And I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but it was like $15. So I was like, I get it.
You swindler.
Yeah. The Swindle. It's like part platformy, part 2D platformy, part procedurally generated, part something. It looks very interesting. So
I want to be able to play Walk without feeling pain.
Oh, yeah?
That would be a great game.
I've heard great things about that game.
I'm sitting now, though, which is amazing. Some mild discomfort, but I'm sitting.
Well, that's good. That's something.
Yeah.
I think that's something.
It's amazing. It's amazeballs.
What?
It's amazeballs.
Not like Binding of Isaac. It's more, instead of procedurally generated like Binding of Isaac, there are branching paths to upgrade your character. And it almost reminds me of Invisible Ink, but instead of being a grid-based movement strategy game, it's a 2D platformer brawler. But then you have to like upgrade your character in certain ways and collect money, and it looks interesting. So I'm either going to play Rocket League or The Swindle on Sunday. Is my personal plan. Who is the worst at improv at RLM? Probably Mike or Rich.
On camera, I'm awful. On camera, it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
With the miraculous exception of the crank phone calls. Which, to be perfectly honest, that second one, I noticed a number on the box. I was in my back of my head, I was ready for something. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. Like a minute before it actually came up, I was thinking, "What am I going to do? I know it's going to come up. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?"
Nice.
I think originally I was thinking I was going to do the subliminal dog messages. Instead of saying good dog, said bad dog, and my dog was getting, like, mean.
Nice.
That sucks. I was worried the Don Wilson thing would be just too obnoxious, because it's just loud and screaming.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Yeah, it worked. Are you the internet video guy on PSN? Probably. That's probably me. Just Jack Packard. I can't imagine there can't be too many Jack Packards on PSN. Should you install video drivers right now? Depends on whether or not you have to restart your computer. You know, if you have to restart your computer, installing them now would mean that you'd have to stop watching and restart your computer. If you don't have to restart your computer, go now. Speaking of video drivers, has really nothing to do with video drivers, but it made me think that Twitch is moving over to HTML5, much the way of YouTube.
Okay.
Which is very exciting for those who enjoy better playback. It should mean better streaming options, more streaming options, and easier playback for people who like watching Twitch streams. Not happening anytime soon, but rolling out throughout the year. So. No, Tiberius Kirk, I was not the actor in the giant rabbit suit in the Johnson Creek ad. That was my brother, Nick. Because there have been three of us for all of those shoots. Me, Nick, and Tim. And usually Tim's on screen. If there's anyone else on screen, it's usually me or Nick. He was the giant rabbit. He was also the eagle. If you saw the eagle one.
Rich, creepy minor league baseball guy aside.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Warhammer? I've never played it. It sounds like it's a live in-person turn-based strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably enjoy it. I do love the look of the Space Marines.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I've never played Warhammer, I wouldn't mind just having some of those Space Marine figures. Those little pewter things.
Okay.
And that's really all I have to say about Warhammer.
How did the
Have you ever done a video game that's like the kind of turn-based combat you get with the live-action role-playing turn-based combat?
Oh, I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
What do I think of Star Citizen? I'm interested in it. I'll tell you when I actually play it. It's done.
Yeah.
Like Space Sims, in a general sense. Like space.
Yeah. I like space.
Like spaceships. Like flying around in my spaceships. Rich, to play Warhammer properly, you need to grow out your beard and gain 100 pounds. That's scary. Why aren't you playing Elite Dangerous, Rich? Because I don't own it. Unless it's been gifted to me, and I haven't noticed since I've been, on my back, crippled.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. That is a possibility. It has nothing to do with a lack of interest.
Rich has accomplished very little since he's been crippled. He's getting back to it, though. We've been training like Rocky in here, running upstairs, doing push-ups and shit. You won't believe how many push-ups, like so many.
Not really in the mood for a new game when you're going through. I haven't been able to move much in a month. Depression.
Yeah.
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 Wow, I'm not changing Pokemon. I'm not losing health. This is a great game, Jack. This is a great game. Look at that. I'm hitting the Ember. Oh, there's a rock guy. Metal Claw.
But aren't you like enamored?
I'm paying more attention to the chat, and I'm still not losing health.
Everyone has been saying that Rich looks like he's lost weight in the new video. That is true. People have been saying that about Rich. Rich, do you have any comments on that?
I think it's a little bit true.
Okay.
When I can move, I might actually get more active as far as losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried cutting down some fatty stuff out of my diet, but
I think that's important.
once I can walk, once I'm healed, I plan on riding the bike around, maybe taking the bike to work. We'll see. If it's too far, maybe. Oh, it's a Jigglypuff. Isn't that cute?
Jigglypuffs are adorable.
We'll see if fire's effective. If not, I'll use the metal claw. If that's not, I'll use something else over and over again. Oh, fire's effective. Fire's effective! Everyone's fine. Fire's effective.
Oh, Jigglypuff. What a cute little Pokemon. I think I'll burn it.
Look, I hit A.
I think I'll fucking burn it. Burn it to the fucking ground.
Rich, why don't you vary your attacks and stealth, like in the stealth areas of the Arkham games? Because that's fun to do in the Arkham games. In JRPGs, varying your attacks is just highlighting a different menu option. It's not fun to do.
So, like, in the stealth section of the Batman game, you see yourself kind of sneaking around, and you can envision the strategy.
This is Excel, the game.
You know what? I'll buy that logic.
Okay.
I think with a game like this, you have to use a little more imagination, and like as the attacks happen, you kind of have to see it more. Rich, how did it feel to fake shoot yourself?
Like any other time I've died on camera or shot something on camera. It felt like nothing.
Did it feel like a firecracking exploding over a condom filled with blood?
It felt like, oh god, this fake blood is just kind of clammy and sticky and disgusting. That's what it felt like.
I ruined my shoes.
Yeah.
My shoe, and they were on their way out anyway. Like, I don't know why. I shouldn't have still been wearing them. They were worn well past the sole. But I wore my shoes, and then got blood and sausage juice and other, like, tomatoes. There's like diced tomatoes in there all over my shoes. Ruined my shoes. Jack, can you read my name? Doodle? Yes, I can read your name.
I already fought her.
Yeah, you're going backwards now.
Yeah, well,
are you going back to heal?
Well, I don't need to heal, but I'm refilling the magic? The P magic?
The PP?
The PP?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking a P. I'm taking a whiz.
Okay. No, we didn't eat those bratwursts afterwards. They were all over the ground and
No!
shit. That's gross. They were ring bologna.
Be an asshole. You know damn well we didn't eat those.
We're gonna, you know what? Maybe for Jay's birthday, we should make him some fake intestines.
He would love that.
Some some nice looking rubber intestines, because he wants to use intestines a lot, and he always uses those sausages.
You know what Jay did on his birthday a couple years ago? Friday the 13th marathon.
Oh, I remember that. That was great.
That was when we had that set from the zombie thing we did for Alexander Philippe. And it was basically just like a bloody set. Like a horror movie happened there.
Yeah.
And he was on the set, and we had a TV on the set, and watched Friday the 13th series.
That was great. That was a great time.
Not the TV series, I mean the movie series.
Yep. We watched all the Friday the 13th movies on this horror house set covered in blood. We had to walk over puddles of blood to get to the refrigerator full of beer.
Yes.
To watch Friday the 13th movies, and it was great. And like they even had there was a ratty set couch in there and chairs. And every once in a while, you would forget that you were on a set because it looked just like a living room. And all of a sudden, you would look up, and there was no ceiling. That was a really great time. That was a really great time. So you know what? I'm going to look into nice fake intestines for Jay.
Yeah.
I think that should just be like a production cost. That just needs to happen for Jay. Like, we could use sausage casings for intestines, but you know, like sausage casings crumble. You know, they don't have the girth. And so then it's like, do we need to fill them with something?
Now, is this thing basically a Pidgey?
It's just another bird type Pokemon.
That's completely different.
It's completely
something
different.
I should try capturing.
You should obviously try to but for you, obviously, it doesn't matter because you're only using one Pokemon.
Yeah.
The point in capturing...
I gotta do something. Oh, he died with one hit. Okay, I don't care.
The point in capturing all the different Pokemon is to build your team.
You totally don't need to do it.
Right, which you're not doing. So.
You don't need to do it. Mm-hmm. Why should I bother? Tell me why I should bother.
Okay, well, there's a couple reasons.
Yeah.
One is if your Pokemon get to too high of a level, they will stop listening to you if you don't have the appropriate gym badge.
Really?
And I don't know what level that is. Like, you beat one gym badge, and so I think that gets you to, like, level, I don't know, maybe 20. And then after level 20, they'll randomly not listen to you because they know you're not good enough.
Okay.
The other is because eventually you will run across a trainer that will be too tough for you. And right now you have one super powerful Pokemon, and every other one is crazy weak. And so...
Won't I keep growing?
You will, but then you won't... Your one Pokemon will stop listening to you.
Unless I get that right badge.
Unless you get that right badge,
okay.
Right.
And then I'll get that right badge.
Okay, so yeah, you need to make it to the next gym to get that. That only applies if the Pokemon is traded from another game? I don't think so. I think... Jack, that is wrong. Pokemon not listening is only account... Oh, is that true? I've been playing by that rule my entire life. I've assumed that was a rule, but apparently that only counts if they're traded to you. That's just a rule I've given myself then, apparently. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I learned something new then. So basically then, the only incentive in building up your team is if your one big Pokemon dies, basically they all die because your others are weak as shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're doing very well right now.
I'm level 20, Jack.
You're level 20, right. You also have not come across many water-type Pokemon. And water is what's strong against fire.
What is Smokescreen?
Smokescreen just makes the enemy's attacks... The enemy attack might not hit you.
That seems useless.
Well,
all offense all the time.
Okay. Okay. It lowers their accuracy. It lowers the enemy's accuracy. So, it might be a good move, but that's fine. That's fine. I don't think Rich isn't worried about beating the Elite Four right now. We're just going to try to get him to the next... We're just going to try to see if he can beat 2 gym leaders.
Okay.
Using one Pokemon. Jack, my friend cannot stop buying amiibos. Is there any video game tough talk you could provide to help?
Your friend is a free human being, and he can do whatever stupid thing he wants to do with his money and his life.
Yeah.
And if in 50 years he's sitting in a room full of a bunch of amiibos and he thinks to himself, I've wasted my life, well, that's his problem.
More so, he should understand that Nintendo is already working on their next console, which may or may not have amiibo support. So he might have to buy new amiibos. But like Rich said, if that's what he wants, good for him. In 50 years, he might look back at his amiibo collection and remember all the wonderful times he had playing the game.
Yeah, that might happen.
And playing the games, and he might say, you know what? It was a good life. Yeah. No one will be around to help him at his time of death because he'll have spent his entire life with amiibos and not around friends or family. But it could be a good life. I don't support amiibos. I think they're ridiculous. I think they're a ridiculous endeavor to siphon money out of people. But, you know. Oh, and you're right, most likely, about the real reason to build up more than a single Pokemon is because it's fun. Is because then you get to look at all the different animals. You get to customize them and grow with them. And like, oh, I want this guy to learn this. And then, you know, other Pokemon evolve into different monsters. You get to see all the different forms. And you bond with the creatures that help you murder other creatures.
Look, I'm burning with fire. With my
Yeah.
overpowered fire monster.
You have a fire dragon right now, which is great. You have a fire dinosaur.
I got an Encore? That doesn't seem like it hurt me very much.
No, Encore is a fun move. It makes you do the same move over and over again.
Oh, so that's exactly what I want to do.
But, like, for example, if you chose, like, a move that, I don't know, like, healed you or something, and you had to do that over and over again, that would fuck your day.
Okay.
So, what's Mr. Robot?
What?
I don't know. Pizza Train says, sorry if you have been asked this tonight, but have either of you weighed in on Mr. Robot?
Explain what Mr. Robot is, and then I might weigh in on it.
Yes, Pizza Train. Explain yourself now. Jack did not give money to the Shenmue Kickstarter. I don't give a
fuck no.
I could give less fucks.
Can I give them money to not make it?
Can I give someone else money just so I don't have to listen to Shenmue?
I had the first one just because I owned a Dreamcast, and what the fuck else you gotta do with a Dreamcast? I hated it.
Right? Pizza Train says, what?
Alright, I'm assuming Metal Attack is not good against a magnet thing.
You know what? He might be weak to fire, though. I'll tell you that. He's a metal type, so try fire. Yeah, that's super effective.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Great.
Oh, just burn everything.
Just burn
Here's
everything.
the Pokemon strategy. Burn everything. Kill it with fire.
Pizza Train, I'm still waiting for what a Mr. Robot is. I guess I have no right to hate Shenmue. That looks like exactly the kind of game I don't give a fuck about. As you guys know, I don't care about story in game, and that game is all story.
I like story in Batman Arkham Knight.
I like Batman.
Might be something to it.
I like Batman.
With the right story, Jack.
The right, you know what? You're right. The right story. But what's Mr. Robot is a hacking series. What?
I know nothing about it.
I have no idea what this is.
Apparently it's a thing that exists. That's all I know.
Mr. Robot. A hacking series. None of these things make any sense to me.
But Rich cares about story in games. Why didn't he like Shenmue? Because I didn't care much about the story. It's fairly generic. Guy wants revenge, gets out, did thing, karate, generic
Right.
Asian guy who knows karate. He's not a terribly interesting protagonist, and drives a forklift.
Oh, okay.
And
Apparently,
QuickTime events.
Yeah,
I think that
true.
game might have originated QuickTime events.
that's true.
So fuck that game to death for ruining gaming.
Oh, Mr. Robot is a show on USA that doesn't belong on USA. It's so weird and cool. And it's about a hacker, sort of. Oh, okay. I don't have cable.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I'm very sorry. When or if it comes to Netflix or Amazon Prime streaming, I might watch it. But as of right now, I have no thoughts on it, and I really do apologize.
I don't have cable, and I don't really miss it.
No, there's no need for cable.
Except when Ash vs. Evil Dead comes out.
Then all you need is Hulu Plus. That's all I'm doing when Ash vs. the Evil Dead comes out is getting Hulu Plus for as long as Ash vs. the Evil Dead is on. And then I'm canceling my monthly subscription to Hulu Plus.
Wait till Ash vs. the Evil Dead is just all done. Then
Yeah.
for 1 month and watch them all.
Ooh, that's a better idea.
Yeah.
Well, no, I want to see them as they come out.
Okay.
I want to be right up in there.
Well, that's a premium.
Yeah. I'll pay the couple months or 3 months or 4 months, however long it's out. Just so I can watch them right away. Ooh, I want to watch them right away.
It's super effective. I'm invulnerable, Chad.
Huh?
I'm fucking invulnerable. This is